Welcome to another ChatGPT video tutorial. Today I will show you how I built 15 mini HTML apps using just prompts, no coding knowledge needed. So we recently got access to GPT-5, which is pretty good with coding, and we can build simple apps even if we don't know coding. We just explain the things we want to see. Make sure you enable Canvas so you can see and test the result inside the browser, and only download the final file when you are happy with it. For example, I added this prompt here. And as you can see, I only described what I want to get and how it should look. Then you click on this little arrow to send it. Usually it will start thinking. Depending on how complex it is, it can take a few seconds or even a minute if it's really complex. In this case, it took 27 seconds to think about what it needs to do for that project, and then it started to write the code. As long as you see this stop button here, it's still working, and you can stop it if you want to. When it's ready, you can also download or share that code. Now the code is finished. You can see the stop button disappeared. Usually, the code ends with an HTML tag. Now we also have the run code option active, so we can run this code inside Canvas and see how it looks. We can also download it at this point. Let's click run to see how it looks. We got our flame like we asked. It looks okay, but I'm not sure why I also got one that is blurred. Sometimes you get perfect code the first time, and sometimes you have to tell the AI what to change to fit your vision. I'll take a quick screenshot so it can understand better what I mean. I'll tell it what I need to change, then paste or upload that screenshot and press the arrow to send it. It will start thinking and then rewrite the code. Let's run the code again. Now I got a single larger flame just how I asked. Test the app, talk to chat, and tell it what to change and what errors you get so it can fix them. When everything works, you can download the code to your computer. It's just a single HTML file that works on any computer. Now I can open that HTML file locally, and as you can see, it does what it's supposed to do. Let's see what other mini apps we can build. When I was a kid, I used to play Tetris, so I asked Chat to build a one-file Tetris game. I asked for one file because if you don't mention that, many times it will build multiple files like JavaScript and CSS, and I wanted everything in one file to make it easy to use. I also mentioned on Canvas because I often forget to enable that. By putting it in the prompt, even if I forget, it knows to do it in Canvas. After that, I got a Tetris game on the first try. If I click on this title, it will open in Canvas. Then I can go and run the code. And look at that, we have a functional Tetris game. On the right, it includes the controls you can use to play the game, and it also keeps score. Your version of Tetris will probably look different, but I'll include all the prompts and HTML files for free on Discord. Check the video description so you can download them and play around with them. For this project, I wanted to make a Space Invaders style shooter. The prompt is quite simple. Let's open the code, then run it to see what we got. You can see that ChatGPT checked the code after it generated it and found a bug. It offers an option to view the console if you want to see what it is about. But I don't know much about code, so I'll click the Fix Bug button and let ChatGPT try to fix it. It starts to rewrite the code. Depending on how many lines it has to change, it can take a while. On the second try, it also found a bug and offered to fix it. Let's fix that and try again. Now we have a start button with instructions on how to play, and the game runs. The graphics are basic, but you can create a spaceship with a transparent background using AI and ask ChatGPT to modify the code. Tell it that the image is in the same folder as the HTML file, and you can style the game the way you want. So I gave ChatGPT the HTML file plus a screenshot to show what it is about, and I asked it to generate a spaceship with a transparent PNG background. It generated this spaceship that matches the style I asked for in the existing game. Then I used Photoshop to crop it and made it smaller, around 256 pixels, so it loads faster because I didn't need the ship that big. Then I asked it to rewrite the code with the new ship, and as you can see in this result, I have the spaceship now. I can start the game and play with this new ship. I could do the same for enemies and bullets, add asteroids, and add a menu and buttons to make a really cool game. You can have a lot of fun without knowing how to code. Just tell Chat what works and what doesn't, and it will change it for you. I wanted to create a crop tool that lets me crop images to a certain ratio. As you can see, the prompt is a little longer, so it works with simple prompts and with a more detailed prompt when you know what you want. For this one, I had some display problems because I could not see the area behind the crop. I gave it a screenshot and explained what to change until I got a final version. It was a bit more work, but I did not write any code. I just talked to it. This is the final version. You can see how the interface looks. It lets me upload an image, move the crop area, see a preview, and download the image. Keep in mind that some things do not work in Canvas, like downloading an image. I will stop the code, download the HTML, and use it locally. Now let's try the crop again for the loaded image. You have all kinds of adjustments you can play with. You can choose from different ratios if you want. I do have Photoshop for that, but it is good to know you can build your own tool for your needs and speed up your workflow. Now it lets me download because it runs locally on my computer, and I can see the saved result. Build tools that are useful for you. In this video, I am just showing a few examples to give you ideas. You can also build projects for education or experiments. For example, I could make a simulation of how a laser beam reflects on a mirror, do math or physics demos, or any kind of experiment presentation. The red line is the laser beam. I have mirrors that I can move, and the laser will reflect off them. I can also clear the mirrors. I click Add Mirror, click once to set one edge of the mirror, then click a second time to set the other edge, and it creates the mirror segment. I can rotate it into the position I want. Then I can add another mirror, and so on. It is a fun way to run experiments, and it is also educational for kids. You can also play with simple sounds. I was thinking about creating a simple piano. On the first try, the black keys were not arranged the way they should be on a piano. I explained the problem, and on the second try it fixed the mistake, and I got a working simple piano. Let me show you how it looks and sounds. I can press the keys and each one plays a sound. You could build your own version where you add your own sounds and make it play better. For a basic piano in a single file, it is pretty impressive that it can do it. So I was thinking, if it can handle sound, let's try to make a drum machine to create beats. I think it made something better than I expected. Let me show you. I have 3 buttons here for kick, snare, and hi-hat. You can arrange them in patterns to create beats. Try adding or removing steps in the pattern. You can also adjust the beats per minute to go faster or slower. And you can try random patterns to see what sounds better. I did not try it, but maybe you can add recording option to the code to save a pattern you like and build more complex songs. For the next project, I wanted to create a password generator with a hacker vibe. Let's see if it got it on the first try. Everything seems to work. I can enable the options I want and generate the password. All the options are fine, but I noticed the copy button did not work. It says the clipboard is blocked because I am running it in Canvas. In that case, I will stop the code and download the file so I can run it locally where there are no restrictions. Now I can generate new passwords and copy them. Locally, you can do more, like adding music or images, and text files that it can read and integrate when the HTML file loads. I wanted to make an interactive aquarium to see how it handles the fish and feeding. On the first try, I did not like the light effect. It drew simple lines in the water, and it was distracting. I asked for changes, then the fish were missing. On the third try, I got a version that worked. Now I have tiny fish that I can feed, and they follow the food. I can increase or decrease the number of fish, and there are options to adjust food gravity. It is a fun, relaxing project to build for kids. Let's see if we can make a solar eclipse animation. This is one of many projects teachers could create to explain concepts to students. I have an animation of the moon passing in front of the sun. You can adjust the speed and see how it looks during a total or partial eclipse. You can also move the slider manually to view different positions. Sometimes I like to create an error window for fun, a prank, or a tutorial. For this one, I asked ChatGPT to give me a detailed prompt, so I got a long prompt. Because I made it save a PNG of the error, the save feature only works locally. At the top left, I can choose the window type, whether it is a warning, an error, or a question. I can change the emoji, titles, the text in the window, and all kinds of button options. When I hit generate, I get a window with the settings I selected. I can enable more buttons and generate again until I get the look I want. Then I can export it as a PNG with a transparent background to use in Photoshop, overlay in a video, or share a fun project on social media. I wanted to run some fun experiments with existing images. I asked for a kaleidoscope effect for this project, but you can try other seamless patterns and all kinds of effects on images. I can upload an image, then try different modes and tile options. If you do not know exactly what you want, you can randomize the effect to get different variations. You can adjust the settings manually to get results that fit your needs. You can also add a background color if you do not want transparency and choose a file format. When you are happy, export the final result for other projects. I wanted to see what other games it can do, so I asked for a brick breakout game. At first, the bricks didn't break. Then they disappeared completely, and I didn't like the colors. Finally, I got one that I liked. Now, the game works. I have 3 lives in the top right corner, and if I miss the ball, I will lose a life. That seems to work, and it also breaks the bricks, so it is a good simple game. Let's see if it can do a match 3 game. I used a simple prompt and asked it to make it beautiful. Not sure if that helps, but let's see how it looks. The interface looks interesting, and the gems look okay. It does seem to work. Let's play a little and have some fun after a day of work. It also has extra buttons on top for shuffle and hint. I generate a lot of images using ComfyUI locally. In case you did not know, the workflow for an image is included in the image file along with the prompt. If I open the image with Notepad, you can see it has all kinds of info, including the prompt I used to generate it. That is the prompt I want to extract from images without opening ComfyUI each time. So I went to ChatGPT, gave it the image and the prompt that is embedded in it, and asked for a single HTML file that extracts that prompt for me. Then it asked if I wanted to create an HTML file. I thought it was clear the first time, but yes, I wanted the file. This is the final result. I can drag an image here or use the upload button. I select an image and get the prompt saved in the metadata, so I can copy it and use it in other projects. If I try another one, you can see it works just fine. That is all for today. If you found something useful, leave a like and a comment to help with the YouTube algorithm. I want to thank AI Titans and everyone who subscribed to the membership and supports this channel so I can create more tutorials. Thank you. Have a great day, and don't forget to check Discord for the prompts and files.